Hi there, friends of St. Paul's. Today is Thursday, September 30th, and Vicar Charlotte and I are joining you in my backyard. Last weekend, we celebrated 180 years of ministry in our congregation, and as part of worship, people wrote down or drew pictures of places they had experienced God or ways they'd experienced God through St. Paul's and Christian community. And so now, Vicar Charlotte and I are going to share those reflections with you. Through our Christmas Eve celebrations.
Choir, visiting before singing and then going to an Irish pub afterwards to visit. Great memories of Dorothy Petro, Jim and Polly, Gretchen and Dave, and Gordy and Jerry. Zoom with St. Matthews and meeting new friends.
Someone drew this picture of, I think, a dragon and some fire and a tree as a way they experienced God.
I have been inspired by the other members of the congregation who have been faithful over the years, and I can feel God's presence here at St. Paul's.
Through diversity. Diversity was present at one time with many African American and Lao members, a member from Puerto Rico, and many Hmong people who shared their cultural backgrounds and traditions with our church. Community outreach was always alive at St. Paul's, very welcoming of all, as God does. Love is alive here in God and this people.
I have experienced God through strong preaching, Bible study, and committee work. I've also experienced God through the other members of St. Paul's with their support and lifelong friendships.
Working and helping with the Kim's Closet evenings.
Healing and remission.
I have experienced God through the people of this congregation, the prayer programs and activities, the generosity. We are family.
Peace in a new place.
I feel God's presence during the preface, prior to the words of institution. I am flooded with peace when I hear the words, our duty and our joy. And I think about that phrase a lot. God delivers and promises us joy in the midst of God's work. I love to hear the preface sung.
St. Paul's has been a place our family has seen God as a God who first and foremost loves instead of judges. We know all are loved and welcome.
I see God acting through us in our lived experience of being a congregation through thick and thin. We act together to share the words and love of Christ in our daily lives.
Perseverance, not giving up when it would have been easier to do so.
Joyfully and peacefully.
The acceptance of all people.
The testimony and devotion of others.
Baptism of our kids and grandchild.
I have experienced God's love in word and worship and the fellowship and support of St. Paul's members.
Through the fellowship of so many who remained members at St. Paul's for so many years, in addition to all the work and participation even as they grew older.
Helping serve food when people come for free clothing. Helping where needed.
I need to come here.
I have experienced Jesus' love in Christian community through comfort shown to me in unexpected ways.
And this person drew a picture as well of God's ministry encompassed with a heart.
There are so many ways that God shows up in the world, and these are 24 of those. Thank you for participating in this exercise of sharing. And I pray that God's presence will be made manifest to you in ways that are relevant to your need and ways that you can notice God's presence around you. Thanks be to God for this witness.